Good afternoon. My name is Tim Grenz with Seminole County Fire Department, and we're here showcasing our new heavy rescue, Squad 2. It's built based on a Velocity 84-inch chassis, and we've got a lot of neat things we want to show you. In the front here is where we keep our hydraulic tools. They're both on 100-foot reels, pre-connected to Amkus Super Simo systems that are mounted up top. It's a very nice system for us to be able to come into a wreck, have everything pre-connected. It runs off our generator. It's super fast to get deployed. As we come back around here, we'll go down the driver's side. I mentioned that we had our current heavy rescues on a quantum cab and chassis, and it's been very good for us, but in order to, we wanted to switch to the Velocity chassis. We had some issues with the walk-in area and how we were going to configure that, so we went with an 84-inch cab. That did a couple things for us. We were able to gain some room. Obviously, it's a very large cab, where our driver was able to move his gear from in the body area into this compartment right here. So there's enough room in here for him to be able to put his gear and also an air pack in there. So that frees up some space in the back. I mentioned this is a combination walk-in, so let's go inside and I'll show you what we do in there on our special ops team. Okay, obviously this is the crew area of this chassis in this cab, and back here is this walk-in area. This is utilized as a lab. It's also utilized as an area where we store our dive gear, which will be down here, and then these are the little seats for the guys when they're dressing up for dive gear. Also, our meters and all of our equipment that needs to stay constantly charged will be up on the shelves here that you'll see, and there's a lot of power taps and things like that to make that happen. So our dive gear we'll keep down in here. Nice large compartment for that. And all those meters that I talked about up here, if you can see, let me show you the light. You can see the power taps on the wall there. This is also climate controlled with a roof mounted air conditioner. Okay, so that's the walk-in part. In the crew part of the cab here, we also added this compartment here that's going to be for our library and maybe some EMS gear and things like that. It's real nice with a nice roll-up door on it. It's going to give us some additional storage in there. All right, moving down the driver's side, excuse me, we've got these tool boards here that will mount a lot of our loose tools, real common thing. We had this toolbox made. This is different than our current unit. We found this was going to work out real nice for all of our hand tools. The quality built there. Our team responds to all hazards. It's an all hazards type team, and so we kind of need to have a good variety of things with our trench or our technical rescue stuff, dive stuff as I mentioned, but we also have the fire and EMS side of it too. So as we move down here, you'll see that where we've added some of the things. I mentioned before that the driver's gear, this is where you used to store it, okay? Now we're going to be able to store it up in that compartment. This allowed us to have the area for our hydraulic tools that we're now going to mount in here, and we've put a power tap on the wall in here, so we'll be able to keep them charged. These boxes here will be, there's 16 of those, double depth, and they'll be full of a lot of the air tools and hand tools that we need to be able to grab and take down range. We keep a lot of our airbags up in this area. Right here in this area behind this netting is where our ground pads will go, with our 4x4s up here for either trench rescue, ground pads, and any of the other structural collapse stuff that we maybe need to deal with initially on a scene. And over here, this is something that we added and changed from our current heavy. And this is a real nice 2/3 tray. It allows us to bring our longer tools out. And this comes out both on the driver's side and on the officer's side. So that'll be nice for us. Behind the fuel fill area, we were able to add an additional SCBA bottle storage too. Along with that, we put these in. So will give us extra bottle storage. In this area here, we keep a lot of our gas clamps, things like that for our gas emergencies, natural gas and propane. So that'll be full here. Makes it nice because where it's located, we can get to the stuff very quickly. As we move around the back of the truck, you'll see the ladder that we can deploy to get up top, and also the rear compartment where we have our other hydraulic reels. These are on 200-foot lines right here. So again, pre-connected to the Super Simo up top. This slides out. This allows us to lock this in place and deploy these lines without scuffing the truck or hurting the lines. This tool tray is a 1,000-pound. It fully slides out. All of our rescue jacks, along with our hydraulic tools and stuff, will be mounted in here. So that's going to work out nice for us. We'll go up top and I'll show you what's up there. Going up top, I'll show you what we have up here. In this area here is where we'll have our Stokes basket and all of our rescue equipment here, along with our logger frame and our torch. Up in here, we'll keep our suits. You can see down here is where our Cascade bottles are stored. All right, just behind the night scan, you'll see the area that was built to house the Super Simos. There's 2 of them in here, and they did a nice job for us to be able to get in there, service them, test them, make sure they're good. In this compartment is where we'll have our booms and our pads, some of our hazmat supplies. And in this compartment, it's identical to the other, is where we'll keep all of our rope gear and our confined space lines and confined space packs. All right, moving over to the officer side of the truck. In rear here, this is where our saws are going to be. Down here is where we keep our 6x cribbing, one of the places, and then our Whelen pumps and some lines up here when we get those mounted up in that. This is just the other side of that tray. We can bring it out with all of our long stuff, either side of the truck. Again, this is a transverse, another transverse here. Ground pads will be in here along with the 4x4s. In this compartment, we've got our hazmat supplies, our absorbent, our overpacked drums, things like that we're going to need. All right, our fill station that we put in here is there to accommodate our 5,500 PSI bottles, along with the booster pump, so we can fill air bottles on the scene and provide breathing air for us. That pretty much ends the tour of our new Velocity Heavy Rescue. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, everyone.